Greetings. My name is Matt and I do sound for the TV show called The Highway, and I thought maybe I'd show you something I'm working on. Welcome to my desk. The first step is to have a messy desk. So my job for this scene is gonna be to score it with music. So the first thing I'll do after watching a scene is I'll separate it into like mini arcs or like tinier chunks of storytelling, and I'll take notes. It's like writing an essay, except backwards because the essay already exists. So this scene, for example, it's an interview that we did with a board shaper. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I'll take notes like what's important, you know? For example, in this scene, I have 4 separate chunks. Sometimes on The Highway, when we're editing, we'll start with like a temp track. And sometimes that temp track will make it all the way into the final piece. In this case, we're just gonna use it for one of the 4 sections. Am I in focus? So I separated this 2-minute scene into like an upbeat start. That's the first section. And the second section, he talks about how the board is magic, and then talk about color, like painting it and like sanding it, and it's like energetic and kinetic, so I want that to be represented. And the fourth part is they're talking about like their own personal experiences with surfing, heartsy stuff, so we're gonna go there at the end, and that's gonna transition into the next scene. I'll cut up like the temp track, make it like match the dialogue exactly. In this case, I had the temp track and then like I supplemented it with additional percussion.
Surfing's so cool. Check out this board. Let's see how it's made.
We love what we do. Been building the boards for 35 years, and it's our passion. It's what we love, and it's a blessing for us. This is the start of the surfboard. It's just a foam core, and then we do the design part on the computer where you can put all the rockers and the curves.
I felt that track like works with the beginning part well, but I had to like massage it to exactly go with the words. And then we're getting up to our second section. I recorded with guitar.
Yeah, the youngest surfer we made a board for is 4 years old, and we made a board for people up into their 70s. It just feels like a part of your body.
So if you listen to the words, like it kind of goes with what he's saying. Do you even have any questions? Is this even interesting? For me, usually it's like the temp track is like a good starting point because it kind of like captures the feel of the whole thing generally. And then I'll just build off of that, record new parts and music and stuff that evolves as the scene evolves. I still have 2 more parts to go. So let's make them right now.
And then we go down and sand it all nice and smooth to get ready for painting or glassing.
Okay, so this is the 3rd section, and I'm watching it and trying to like figure out what we're gonna do here. I'm inspired by this rhythmic sanding of the board. So I think that could be like a piece of the music of that part, because that 3rd section is about building the surfboard. My job is to deliver this story without getting in the way. One of the biggest mistakes back in my young days, I would just like go ham on like making music because making music is fun, but like that's not the point. It's about this. That's why I have my essay outline, and then just try to like subtly emphasize those key moments. It's fun.
Painting or glassing. And then sand. And that's when me and Carrie started surfing together.
Oh, I'm almost done. Okay, so 4 sections, 4 hours. First section is like upbeat. We're coming right out of the commercial, so we gotta get interested in what's happening. The second part, he starts talking about who the board's for. There's this cool shot of like him sanding it in a magical way. And then it goes into like the same, it's based on that first part, but it's just slower and chiller, you know, it's magic.
As I'm building the boards, I visualizing the surfboard on the wave.
So that's transition, no music. This is the 3rd part.
And then we go down and sand it all nice and smooth to get ready for painting or glassing. And then once it's shaped, it's glassed or painted, and then
Section 4 is the part where they're talking about their personal experiences with surfing and like when they started surfing and why surfing is so cool.
it's sanded smooth again, and then it's ready to be used.
My first wave on the surfboard was near Kualoa's, and it's good to have an older, bigger, stronger brother. So he towed me out. He towed me way out, and yeah, I remember catching. It's hard.
And I think it works. That's usually how it goes. Like I'll make a whole bunch of stuff and I'll be like, yeah, that seems to work, and then I'll watch it a million times and maybe I'll delete half of it and start all over again. But now I'm in the process of watching it a million times and deciding if I'm gonna delete it forever or not. And then when I feel like I'm close enough, I'll listen at different volumes. Everything kind of sounds good when it's loud. So I'll turn it really soft, check the balance, cannot be stealing focus or overpowering the speech and stuff. I'll unplug my giant speakers and actually listen to it through my laptop speakers, because that's like how a lot of people are gonna be watching the show, through like tiny little TV speakers or on the internet or something. So it's important to check it, how it sounds like that. When you're in it, you know, you're making a thing and it sounds cool. I can get carried away and just like make a cool song because I'd love to do that. But it's one thing if you're making something to show people, and it's another thing if you're making something to support something else that's going on. It's totally different. I'll like look at their eyes, try to hear their words for the first time, and then think, okay, is what I'm making telling their story? You know what I mean? Like, is this the music that's coming out of their hearts? Or is it clashing with their energy? Or is it distracting? I have to be really careful about that, because so many times I'll make something that's distracting and that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to support what's going on, so I have to like check myself, you know, and make sure I'm not stepping out of line.
Like just riding a wave, like so exciting and fun, and that's amazing where it took us to where we are now.
So I watched it and I think this is great, but it doesn't matter just what I think. I'm gonna upload this and we have a whole team of people. We're all gonna look at it together. I might come back to this and make some refinements or totally throw it out and do something else, but that's just part of the process that I love so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.